Here's a question for you. Will our children eat themselves to an early grave? There are some shocking statistics to indicate that that is actually underway. And here to help us understand this growing health concern in our society, we welcome Rose Reisman, a nutritionist, health and wellness expert, and mother of 4.
Here's something moms, dads at home. Not a big deal. You can go like to M&M's. You don't have to grill your own chicken. Piece of boneless chicken breast, made a little fancy, little tomato sauce, mozzarella cheese, chicken parmesan, some steamed broccoli. If the kids love, put a little bit of cheese sauce on it. And oven wedge fries, store-bought, or make them yourself.
Who's eating all the cereal? You know, like most moms, I'm super busy, but I try to stay organized. I come up with a weekly meal plan of healthy choices and foods that hopefully everybody enjoys. To make it easy, I try to prepare some of my foods on weekends. I fill in the gaps with frozen vegetables. Frozen vegetables are picked and frozen immediately so they retain all their nutrients. As long as they have their mind on portion control and they enjoy the foods they love in moderation, they're on the road to healthy living. Now that's food for thought. Hey, dishwasher.
Chef, caterer, columnist, and mother of 4 active children, Rose Reisman is married to Sam, the man she affectionately calls the wild man. At the Reisman house, they rarely order in or eat out. Instead, they opt for weekday wonders and healthy stuff. Reisman is in Vancouver for Eat Vancouver, the Everything Food and Cooking Festival happening this weekend. And it is my pleasure to welcome Rose Reisman back to Studio 4 to tell us more. Because we've talked before, I know you're not about deprivation.
No.
You're about living well.
Absolutely. Living well and eating everything.
You had in one of your books, and it could be in the Weekday Wonder book, I'm not sure, the 6 F's.
People kept saying, well, wait a minute, how do you do it with 4 kids and a husband and work? And they asked me more about that, and I realized it's the 6 F's in your life that you have to balance. So let's see if I can get them right. Family, food, fashion, finance, friends, and fitness.
You'll be at Eat Vancouver.
Yes.
All 3 days?
All 3 days. I'm talking up a storm, and I'm going to be talking about healthy eating for families, eating on the go, and doing a demo of these wonderful wraps and a fabulous pork tenderloin, which has to be one of the leanest meats, with an apricot glaze, which is to die for.
Today, it's Around the House on City Line with Marilyn Dennis.
You always bring such great stuff, and this is, of course, from your wonderful book, Rose Reisman's Secrets for Permanent Weight Loss. And you still look fantastic. You're
Thank you.
Keeping it off, sister.
Right now, we got to talk about what we're doing with our kids when it comes to food and health. Let's bring in Rose Reisman. Come on in, Rose.
Coming.
All right.
Celebrated cookbook author, health and wellness expert, TV show host.
Great.
We're fine. And you've been busy. We see your spots on the air all the time.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. I'm doing some work with McCain and really just telling people, educating people about kids' nutrition, menu planning. And I think what we have to do is we have to be the role models at home. And I know that's so hard for parents to hear because everybody's busy. But let's be honest. I mean, if the parent's coming home and they're getting on the couch and they're opening up the cookies and they're drinking the pop. They can't be yelling at their kids to get an apple.
No, you
so
can't.
I think a lot of it starts at home. We can't blame the schools. I think we do have to do something about the cafeteria food, and that is my next project.
That drives
guys.
me crazy. Vending machines that sell junk food and pop. Basically.
I'm walking the talk. And my 4 kids today just got my 14-year-old over the hump. He's lost 15, 18 pounds now, but on his own.
And you have to set the example, right?
Parents
need to set the example because, as you say, if you're not doing it, your kids aren't going to do it. Right.
Come on.
Well, when we come back, we're going to put Rose to the test and find out that there are some good choices. You can make it fast food. We can't land-base them all, and we're going to look into that right after this.
Health-conscious Canadians may be fearing Thanksgiving weekend. With turkey, mashed potatoes, and gravy, plus all the trimmings, the calorie count can quickly go through the roof. So we've brought in Rose Reisman to show us the alternatives to the traditional dinner. You can find them all in her new book, The Balance of Living Well. And this is more than just a collection of recipes.
Yeah, it's my first book, Beverly, where I've really gone outside just about eating and exercise and nutrition. Life is tough. I've got 4 children and I'm married and 4 animals. And to get everything on the go, you have to have some balance in your life. And I realized that, you know what, it's food, it's family, it's fitness, it's fashion, it's finance. It's so many different areas, but if you work at things slowly and do it one step at a time, it's doable. Yeah, and we can see, we were talking about the candied pecans for a second, because somebody wants to know how you do them. Yeah. 350 degrees, you take your pecans, a little bit of nutmeg, cinnamon, allspice, little icing sugar, 10 minutes, perfecto. Just great.
That's like dessert in and of itself. But you've done it on the salad.
And the rice,
so here's
all
your rice
we
dressing.
did was, are you ready? A little bit of orange juice concentrate. You see, I'm reducing the fat by not using oil or too much oil.
Orange juice concentrate, that's
it. Not orange juice, because it doesn't have the same intensity of flavor. Low sodium soy sauce, that's a tongue twister. A little bit of sesame oil and raspberry balsamic or balsamic vinegar.